Welcome to the Sewanee Tiger football video blog. Last Saturday, the Rhodes Lynx came to McGee Field and handed the Tigers their first conference loss. The score was 50-23. The Tigers offense was led by 2 touchdowns from Curtis Johnson to Chaz Powell, and kicker Collum Wishart had 3 field goals. The defense had 2 fumble recoveries, the first by John Paul McDonnell and the second by Dave McKeithen. Now here's highlights from Saturday's game. It's time for our coaches' interviews. This week, we interviewed offensive line coach Chris Shank and defensive line coach Ed Atewo. I have with me offensive line coach for the Sewanee Tigers, Chris Shank. Chris, good to have you with us today.
Good to be here.
Tell us about the play of your offensive line today and what stood out to you.
You know, today, watching from the side, it's tough to see some stuff from the sidelines, but, what stuck out to me was our right guard, Neil Johnson. He's a junior this year from Lexington, Kentucky. He played well today. We rely a lot on our center, Atticus Frank, out of the Knoxville area up in Tennessee. Gets us in the right calls and all that stuff. But it just wasn't, we didn't play very consistently. We played well at times, just didn't put a full game together. And when you go up against a good team like Rhodes College, it doesn't bode well, and that's what we're looking for. We got some young guys on the line, and just trying to put a full game together. So.
Well, tell us what the weekly regimen for a lineman is in your program.
Well, a lot of the linemen that I'm coaching right now, a lot of them are involved in labs, so they have a pretty full schedule as opposed to getting over here for practice or meetings, getting there on time. But they have a great attitude once they do, and once they get there, they're very smart guys. So we feel like we can throw a lot at them in terms of different plays and different fronts and all kinds of scheme-wise. And so they'll go right from labs, because we have some upperclassmen, right from labs to meetings to practice, and then back to studying, back to getting working on their grades and whatnot. So, but then when we get to practice, we have a lot of individual time because we're not like the skill guys throwing the ball around half a period. So yeah. But no, it's hard work, but it's good. It's good. They seem to enjoy it. So.
Now, next week you travel to Kentucky. You play center. What can we expect in that game, and what can we look forward to seeing out of the team as a whole and your offensive line?
Hopefully we'll be able to bounce back, and with the kids that we have on this team, I feel confident we will be able to bounce back from today's loss. Center College is a very good team. They're usually right in the top one or two in the conference. So it's going to be another tough test, and we better be ready to play. And I think we have the guys on our team and the kids on our team and the coaching staff that we'll get right back on track after today. So.
Well, you've been doing a good job for the Sewanee Tigers. Thank you very much
for
talking with us today. And we just wish you the best the rest of the season. We have with us Ed Atewo, who is the defensive line coach for the Sewanee Tigers. Ed, thank you very much for coming and being with us today.
Glad to be here.
We appreciate you taking the time to talk with us after the game here. Tell us what you take away as a defensive line coach. What do you take away from this game today?
Today, the biggest thing for defensive line is, the kind of defense we run is just gap control. You have to control your gaps a lot, be able to block shit into the gap, control that guy, stuff him back if he's trying to block you out. At first I thought we were doing it very good, and we rotated a lot of guys in playing defensive line here to just try to keep them fresh. And I thought we did a great job of doing that. And then, just a few things I'd like to see. We just got to be more consistent with it. Sometimes we may get tired and try to jump out of our gap and just have missed assignments and just basic technique stuff. And that's just we need to be more consistent on doing that kind of stuff.
So you've been here. This is your first year on the coaching staff here at Sewanee. Tell us what it's like as a first-year coach to be here on the mountain at Sewanee.
As soon as I stepped foot on Sewanee, I just felt the whole community, the coaching staff, the players, they're all they work together as one family. Everybody, you feel at home. The community, they welcome you in. The coaching staff, they're all behind you 100%. The players, they buy into what you're trying to teach them. They're very smart kids, so whatever I throw at them, they're able to handle it on top of all their classwork as well.
Well, you've been doing a great job. We thank you for taking this time to talk with us, and we know that there are great things coming with this defensive line.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Every week, it's an honor for us to interview players after the game. This week's players we're going to interview are senior center Atticus Frank, sophomore kicker Collum Wishart, and freshman linebacker B.J. Addison. So enjoy the interviews. I have Atticus Frank, the center for the Sewanee Tigers, with me. Atticus, thank you for coming with us and talking with me today.
Oh, no problem.
And this was a big game for you. Tell us what the game against Rhodes has meant for you as a Sewanee Tiger.
Well, just since I've been here, this is obviously our biggest rival. They're in state. We really wanted to get this win today. Last year it was a really close loss. We felt like we just shut down kind of. So it was a tough one, but it was really wanted to win today.
Now, how many years have you started as center here at Sewanee?
Well, my freshman year I started at left guard, and then the last 3 years I've started at center. Last year I sustained an injury, so I didn't actually get to play in the Rhodes game. But this is, I guess, my 4th year starting for the offensive line.
What does it mean to you to wear the purple and gold?
You're representing a legacy, a real tradition. We were just reading the other night, me and a couple of my buddies, about the 1899, just all these great guys before us. Shirley Majors, all these wonderful, great men who have really represented Sewanee, and just have the opportunity to continue that in my career is a real great blessing.
Now, this is your 4th year on the mountain. Tell us what it's like, life on the mountain for you, and what your future holds.
Well, Sewanee's a fun place, awesome place to play football. I wouldn't play anywhere else. I'm a political science and an economics major. I plan, not entirely sure, to be honest. Maybe graduate school, maybe try to find a job, maybe something in finance, maybe something to do with politics. I'm big into politics. I really enjoy the battle of politics. So maybe that could be something in my future, but I'm not sure yet.
Well, thank you for coming on the Sewanee Tiger video blog, and man, we wish you the best the rest of the season.
Thank you.
I have Collum Wishart with me, the sophomore kicker for the Sewanee Tigers. Collum, you had 3 field goals today. Your longest was 46 yards. Tell us what goes through your mind when you're sitting there, looking at the ball and getting ready to kick a field goal.
Well, when it gets to 3rd down or so, I on the sideline loosen up a little bit and just run onto the field. And kick really is nothing special to it. Just if I overthink too much, it won't go as planned. So.
Now, you're from Leeds, England, and in England, football is a little bit different than what we hear and play in America, because you guys call soccer football. Now, how did you transition from soccer to football?
Well, in my freshman year of high school, I was in PE class and I was just messing around outside and kicked a field goal, and the football coach was watching, and signed me up right there. Said, yeah, come out and kick, come out tomorrow. So, well, kicking since then.
Tell us about yourself, Collum. Tell us about your life here on the mountain and what you expect to do after school.
Well, I'm an econ and psychology major. I'm in Phi Gamma Delta fraternity, and after school, I hope to have a marking position or anything the future holds.
Well, thank you very much. Congratulations on the 3 field goals today, and we know that you're going to do great the rest of the season.
Thank you.
I have with me outside linebacker BJ Addison. BJ, good to have you with us today. Thank you for coming. And you're the outside linebacker for the Sewanee Tigers. You had a really good game today. Tell us what you read, what you look for when the ball is getting ready to be snapped. And you know, not only do you play outside linebacker, but you also play defensive end. Tell us what you're looking at in those 2 positions.
When we come to the ball, you know, we got to read formations and look at the guards, look at the splits. If they're tight, they're loose on their hands. If they're hard on their hands. If we got a tight end tackle, we have to read down the line. So that's basically what we come up to the line and look at.
So tell me now, you know, you're a freshman. How has the adjustment been coming to college and being a football player?
It's definitely an adjustment. It's fun. It helps me manage my time more. I think if I didn't play football, I wouldn't be as in the books as much. But it helps me manage my time well. So I'm happy to be here.
Now, what is your major, or do you have a major? You're not sure yet? And what are you planning to do? Do you have any plans after school?
I'm trying to go pre-med. I'm doing the pre-med route, so I plan to go to med school after.
Well, good job today, and thank you for coming and talking with us.
Thank you.
And we look forward to seeing more great things over the next 3 years from you.
Yes, sir.
Now we have a special interview for you with junior cheerleading captain Michelle Aguilar. We are happy to have with us today junior cheerleading captain Michelle Aguilar. Michelle, what has your life been like as a cheerleader on the mountain here at Sewanee?
It's so exciting. I mean, we love cheering our boys on. We win, they win, we lose, they lose. So it's really, really exciting. I love Saturdays.
Now tell us about your life here on the mountain and what it means to you to attend Sewanee, the University of the South.
Well, I'm one of the cheerleading captains, and I'm part of a sorority, Phi Kappa Epsilon, and I'm also in a couple clubs, and I'm part of the Order of the Gownsmen. So I'm really, really busy, but I love cheerleading, especially because my dad came to Sewanee, so it's really good. It's a really proud moment for our family when I'm cheering.
Well, you guys do a great job every week. It's fun to sit there and watch you guys get the crowd going, and thanks for coming on and talking to us today.
Thank you.
Next Saturday, the Sewanee Tiger football team will travel to Danville, Kentucky to take on the Center College Colonels. So if you're not able to make the game, at least go to a team member or coach and tell them you're going to be rooting for them this Saturday.